Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 3 minutes. Now, quickly, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next, as opposed to having already recorded everything, and now I'm coming back and explaining what's already happened. So this is not a trade recap. This is not some sort of post commentary. I literally don't know what's coming next. So if you just want a raw, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. I am currently going to be watching BEKE out of the opening gates. Whoops, let me bring up my marker so you can see better what I'm talking about. So BEKE, and I will be bearish bias, and I'm currently watching right around the 1735-ish area, maybe even looking for a break of 1750 from the short side, meaning making money if prices go down. So if you're a beginner, yeah, believe it or not, you can make money when prices go down. That's known as shorting a stock, going short. So that's what I'll be looking here to do. But I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'll be back at the open. All right, the markets are open. And as of now, BEKE is going straight back up. Wow. Look at that. Holy smokes. All right, well, I'm definitely going to sit out this first minute here because as we just witnessed, that was a crazy, and it's still a crazy candle. And it's still just, I mean, as crazy as this opening candle was, it's almost, I mean, could the price come back down on these lows? And that sounds like crazy talk right now, but I mean, who would have thought this thing would have shot up like it did there? Okay, well, that was my leading trade plan. CALT, what's going on here? This thing's probably going to get halted. Cannot short that one. ADBE was another one I was keeping an eye on, but as of now, no setups. Are forming. If you do hear typing, as I say in almost every video, that's just me making alerts to my private community. So no, I'm not over here like typing on my Facebook page or anything like that. I'm actually throwing out alerts, throwing out things that I'm seeing around the market. Let's go check on BA. Yeah, that was such a, I mean, I'm pretty excited I was able to catch up on video. But now it starts to pull back. So is this thing going to completely give up all those gains? We'll have to sit back and see. But all right, I'm going to pause for now. Watching 40.75 here. On LCID to get short. Looking for it to break down below that area of support, but like BEKE, what was that? BEKE, snapping back upward, so looking like a never mind on that one. All right, I will pause. All right, watching 571 here on ADBE. Yeah, watching 572 if that's broken. I want to take that trade. So watching 572 and at 572.20. So anticipated it a bit, but let's see if we can get this thing now to pick up some momentum to the downside. Again, in at 572. But I may have just gotten suckered in. We'll see what happens though. If this does come back down, I will be looking to add. So I'll look to add at 571. So let's see if it does indeed want to come down to 571. Again, that's what I'll be looking to add. Well, not looking so good now. All right, out there for a 479 loss, and there it pops. Wow, bummer. That was looking great, and I did get a little bit of a move in my favor, but not by much, and completely just turned around. So, okay, well, that happens. And let's see what else I can find. Side note, look at BEKE. That thing just crazy. What a move. I mean, I'm almost wanting to start to try to build a short position into all this right now. This thing is seemingly just way crazy. ADBE though is, not fun as it was. I mean, look at this move now. So I'm glad I got out where I did. Although 580 does look like a potential interesting spot. Let's see if it wants to come down to that 580 mark or not. All right, I will go ahead and pause. All right, what would be great is a break up above 584 and then seeing this thing come down to 581. But as of now, I'm not even sure it wants to break above 584, but that's the setup I'm currently watching. And yeah, BEKE just went up to new highs. Watching off screen. What a monster that thing was. Okay, approaching. There we go. Good. Let's see if this thing wants to come back down to 581 now. All right, I will pause. And I should note, this is why you just want to take losses. Imagine if I started to play the hold and hope game, hold and hope. Well, that loss would be quite a bit bigger right now. I mean, I'd be down over $1,000 right now. So, I mean, when I consider all those facts, and who knows, maybe this thing's about to go even higher. I mean, as annoying as it is, as painful as it can be, not painful, that's not the right word, just maybe painful to the ego, like, oh, I got that wrong. It's okay. It happens to everybody. It's supposed to happen. Nobody's perfect. All right, Tesla 973. All right, let's see if this thing wants to bounce up first. Oh, nope. All right, never mind on Tesla. Okay, I will pause. Just want to give you a little, real life on why cutting losses is important. Why it needs to happen. Because in this situation, I mean, that could have been way, way worse. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get short here. 585 on ADBE. Think this thing is ready to make a move further in the downwards direction here. This one is mainly based on the 5-minute, which is looking quite interesting. But first just needs to get down through the 585 mark, and if it can, I'm thinking it should move quite nicely. There we go. Oh. Did not mean to do that. Did not mean to take out 200 shares. Well, that was a typo on my part, and that's going to prove to be costly. That's very unfortunate. Again, did not mean to take off the majority of my position where I did. Well, just have to deal with it, and I guess look on the bright side, at least I still have 50 shares. Took off another 25. Let's see if this thing wants to break down through 582. All right, I'm just going to take it off. So, bummer. Well, yeah, 585. That could have very well brought me back to green. Definitely, if this thing would have went down to 581, would have been a little bit more patient with it had it actually gone according to what I wanted it to do. But, yep, totally a mistypo there. Well, I guess at least I didn't sell those for like a loss or something. But yeah, the 200 shares right there did not mean to take off that many that close to my entry point. But okay, well, it is what it is, down 300, and I don't know, I might just call it good. Not seeing a whole lot out there, and after that, a little irritated with myself, so I got to make sure that irritation doesn't bleed into doing something silly. But I mean, I don't want to make it sound like I'm not grateful for money or that, you know, that I think it grows on trees, but I mean, $300 within the grand scheme of things, not a big deal. The strategy will be just fine. You know, I'll be just fine with if it's a $300 loss on the day. So, yeah, right now I'm just waging an inner battle. Should I keep trading? Should I just call it good? Yeah, this is, yep. There it goes down to 581. Now, really, the question is, can it break through that trend line? So, yeah, I would definitely be, I don't know if I'd be in the green and have wiped away that previous loss, but I'd be very close right now if I'm being realistic. Now, certainly if this thing breaks the trend line and goes to 580, then at that point I'd say, oh, yeah, I would have been back into the green. But, and there it goes. I like that setup too, rightfully so. Worked out beautifully. But you got to be able to execute too. You know, there's multiple facets. And this is another, and I'm not blaming the live trade videos because nobody's forcing me to do these. It's my choice to do these, but it's also a reason. Clay, why don't you do these every day? That's why. Because it's very hard to, to think for yourself, to have to manage buttons, to press the right buttons, to type in the right numbers, to do all that sort of stuff while you're also talking and trying to do a bunch of things. Again, I'm not looking for pity, just trying to explain, this would be a grade A example of why I don't do live trade videos every single day, because they are difficult. That's not the first operator error I've made. It won't be the last. But if you watch these videos with any sort of in any sort of routine, then I'm sure like, oh yeah, Clay, I've seen you do operator errors like that before, and it happens. Again, it's nobody's fault but my own. Nobody is forcing me to do these. Just trying to answer the question why I don't do them every single day. That would be why, because I suppose you'd probably make the argument that I'm not capable to do these videos with things when I do things like that. But in my defense, can't say that they happen all the time. But yeah, they do happen. So I better just stop watching this one before I get it's about 10 o'clock, 30 minutes. And I think I am just going to call it a day and live to survive another day. Once again, not money doesn't grow on trees. I appreciate, I understand the value of a dollar, but $300 not a huge deal, and something that I don't like to use the word easily, because nothing's easy in the market. But realistically, I can very, very realistically recover from. But the scanners they're lighting up with quite a bit right now. And look at Tesla. It just keeps going down and down. It doesn't care. Does not care about anything. Remember when I was wanting to get into it, like right around here, I was like, nah, that's a little, I got that way wrong. Thing just kept dropping and dropping and still keeps dropping. Unbelievable. No, got to be careful there. Even at 9.58, you got $2 before it's down to that pink line, which is barely there. Let me see if I can make it more visible. There we go. Pink line, which is the 200 period moving average, which could very possibly be a bounce point. So just giving yourself $2 of space for it to move before it potentially bounces, that's not going to be a very good risk-reward scenario. Oh, ADBE, no, down below 580. Yeah, I would have been in the green. That would have brought me back to the green. But as the voices in my head are saying, but now you're down $300. Okay. Well, thank you for just hearing me out, listening to my babble. But that's the I guess the good and the bad with these live videos is you're literally hearing my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, real time. But I will pause, and if I see a really solid setup that I like, I'll take one more. I will say this, so I am not trying to get back to the green. So if I see a good setup, and if it brings me to the back to the green, fantastic. But I'm not gonna just all of a sudden throw the entire account into something just for the sake of getting green. As much as the YouTube video is, or YouTube voice video is saying that, hey Clay, do it. That'd be a great YouTube video, starting in the red, getting back to green. That's what the YouTube video voice is saying in my head. But I've also learned not to listen to that voice, because it can lead to me doing some stupid things in the sake of quote unquote making a cool video. But I'm not here to make cool videos. I'm here to just make realistic videos, show how it goes. And we're still watching it. So check that out. Exactly what I said. Look at it. Bounced right off that pink line. So I suppose I could have aimed for like a $2 scalp there. But like I said, I just didn't like the risk reward. But yeah, classic example, power of charts. Right off that pink line. All right, I will pause. Look at that. And this is why I would say, are our charts perfect? Clearly not. But are they worthwhile? Absolutely. Look at that. You heard me talking about that pink line before the price even got down to that pink line. And there's the bounce right up off of it. So just a good example there of how charts can, formulate not guaranteed trade plans, but, plausible, well thought out trade plans. And in that situation, it's just a trade plan of, if I want to short this thing, probably not a great idea. Wow. But that bounce there, rejected back down. So now do I want to short it? But now look at the 5 minute. It's just not a single green candle yet. You got to think this thing is going to bounce sometime soon. So yeah, I got to and who knows, maybe it just continues to act like a freak and go down and down and down without offering up a single green candle. But if you're dependent on freak movements to make money, the odds are not in your favor. So I'm just going to step aside and not worry about it. And just as a quick update, just to rub salt in the wounds of now things down at 578. Again, would I still have my entire position size? I'm not saying that at all. But And would I still be in it by now? I don't know about that, but yeah, definitely would have been carried into the green. Even if I had, even with the 25 shares, had I just held onto those, or the 50 shares, that could have even brought me back to the green at this point. All right, I better not do those numbers. I'm going to really irritate myself. All right, let me pause. All right, well, that's going to wrap things up. I am indeed going to call it a day, and check that out. That pink line, talk about just being a stubborn area, and the price ultimately finding some support around that general area. So a nice little miniature learning lesson there on the power of just charts in general and moving averages. But before I head out, a couple quick big requests on my part, especially, losing day. So if you appreciate that transparent nature, not trying to hide anything, and not trying to make it seem like I always win, then hit that like button if for nothing else for that reason. But as far as communication purpose, if you enjoy these live trade videos, if you want me to keep making them, as I've already discussed, they are difficult to make, but I will keep making them as long as I know people are enjoying. So if you are enjoying, communicate that to me by doing two things. Hit the like button, leave a simple comment, say hi, tell me what you traded today, give me a smiley face emoji, any of those things. But hitting the like button, leaving a basic, simple comment lets me know that you're enjoying these live trade videos. And as long as I know that people are enjoying, then I will continue to make them. So it is what it is. Can't win every day, but the whole goal is just to control the losses. And, if I look at the bright side, even with my screw up with that, which you saw, I should be back to green, but I'm not. However, hey, you know what? It's $300. I can, I can trade very unimpressively and still make that back, which is the goal. So no superhero, trading required on my part, and I'll be just fine. But again, thank you for hanging out. And if you like the live videos, like I said, hit that like button, leave a comment below. And also, if you want to learn more about technical trading and what's going on here, what you're seeing on your screen, then I do offer a free online class for that, which I'll talk about as soon as this video ends. So if you're curious and wanting to sign up for that class and learn more, then stick around. I'm going to talk about that right now. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.